Hello my pickles, welcome everyone. Vicky here, bringing a late art video for Art Week. Sorry about that. How have we been? Hope we are feeling motivated and inspired to create. I've lost you. No. Really, where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay. So this week I've decided to show a speed paint of a project piece I had planned for a while. This is one of those ideas that's straight from what I usually do, which is realism portraits, but artists, we can't handle ourselves, we gotta try everything. So I couldn't help myself and followed through with the idea. It was fun to try this out, probably the few times I enjoy actually getting out my comfort zone when it's to do with art. It pushes the different abilities of mine. I hope you stick around for the ride because I reckon you may be surprised. Real time Vicky was doubting, but little did she know it was worth this. My first mistake was I tried glazing for the first time, which isn't the bad part, but I played way too dry at the start, so the thin layer wasn't doing justice. Plus, I used cheap brushes, so the bristles were coming off easily, so in future I need to invest in better big brushes. Now I went in with the darkest colours first, so I started with the wheels and used this image as reference. Try and guess the car type. I can't. However, as you can see, the guidelines have gone into the void, so I snatched my pencil to bring back a rough sketch of mostly the flower that was gone to help me out whilst a rabid beast came to appear. This won't be the last time you see her, trust me. My attention span lasted exactly 2 minutes as I started doing the flower petals, and this is when my start with dark colour method went out the window. As flowers have such sheer petals, I didn't want to risk it and go too dark. But I did it for the stem, because the stem is a lot simpler to do, so to mess up it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. And if you think the wheel looks wonky now, yes, it is. And it will remain like that for most of the video until gradually I start realising what I do to sort it out. Vicky's gone rogue again and now she's painting the car pink, which was initially meant to be red, but I just kind of went for it. Just picture Paris Hilton driving the car. Can anyone else relate? Like, either are or not. I get hyper-focused on one area for a long time, or I need to move about for my sanity. Just can't stay in one spot at once. There's gonna be a couple of jump forwards as either I didn't record a section or figured it'd be boring to see it all. After all, this isn't recorded in one day, but several due to a common practice called procrastination. Change in lighting and the amount of progress that's happened shows it's a different day, and also in my nightgown. And the flower, I just realised it hardly recorded any of it, because that's pretty much the finished product now. And we saw from before it was very different, so I'm sorry about that. We move forward. Here I'm just struggling to find the right colour for the road, because there's a lot of things going on the road. Like, the road is never really one colour. So it was just figuring out and going back and forth. Later on I realised I don't actually like the colour because it looks too muddy, so I do end up changing it to quite a grey colour, but we'll see that later. Not now. Be patient. Oh my god, my little goober, she came back now! And she took over as my painting apprentice, and she got tired, so naturally I took over again, just to clean some patches that she didn't quite get. Since I work in my bedroom and not an art studio, I have to be quite careful about messing myself, but fortunately I use acrylic, so it just washes out pretty easy. Had to brace myself with these metal plate linings because my brain was not braining, or this was really difficult to get right because the amount of back and forth marking out the pencil and then painting, it was driving me insane. I'd have to say this is probably the reason I procrastinated so much. This is the guilty offender right here, Your Honor. You can tell as this progresses that I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, but ultimately I'm lost, since the colours confused me with whether it was a separate metal line or not. It's painful looking back at this at the struggle, as well as doing it in the moment, which is why I kept jumping back and forth, as I was just kind of bored of the lack of progress that was happening with it. Snacking and painting is a-okay, especially if you're having a painting crisis to the point you are locked in your room like a little gremlin, trying to find sanity in the mental chaos you have brought on yourself. At painting, a car wheel. Wonder if anyone else can relate. You know what, as you watch me figure out the wheel, I want to mention I'm glad I cut the audio and video out of what I was watching, not only because the computer screen sped up would provoke seizures by how much it was flashing, but you would also hear fast-paced graphic descriptions of true crime cases. At some point, the Swan Lake movie, that's a kids film that I was watching, don't ask, and plenty of simply podlogical podcasts. Shout out to Ben and Christine. Your I Am Our Asshole series have me at a chokehold. I recommend the videos to you guys. I'm aware the car's colour and reflection isn't completely accurate since the original colour is blue and in the reference it reflects what's on the road, but no one can see the other side of the road. It's simply a blank space outside the vortex of reality. Can I get away with that? Finally, Vicky has made the big change of the nasty road, and I think we can agree the colour is more road-like, or at least the typical colour of grey roads. I mean, road colours differ a lot, but either way I preferred this a lot more. And it's also when I had the revelation about the car's shadow, so I got bold and I went with the black and made the corrections needed. Looks like I made the road a bit too low on the other end, so I was getting rid of that. I was trying to correct it and then ended up being like, nope, actually the shadow is everywhere. So I went everywhere with the black and it already started looking so much better. Another day, another sleigh of the same 3 fits, because I don't want to stain the nice outfits. I'm here now adding in the backdrop of a nice blue sky, with a last minute mountain, as I think it fit the look a lot better than just plain sky. I attempted to add detail to the road, soon after regretted it, because it looked nasty, like it just looks like, I don't know, does not look detailed at all, so I soon abandoned that idea and then covered it up later. Many artists have meaning to their paintings. This feels like it should be one. It creates a sensation for me, but not sure how to put it. This piece I got inspired by literally spotting a flower on the road and I thought, wow, that's deep. I guess it could have multiple meanings like society versus capitalism, or useful thoughts versus TikTok audios. This could be interpreted as anything, up to you, I don't mind. This is fully open to your interpretation. A lot of time has been skipped, but boy, there's a huge difference. This wheel now has some grooves, and it's been through plastic surgery. It used to be a sad little wheel, but now it has some actual life to it. Clearly I've gotten the hang of each metal bit, and now it's gone when it's meant to go now. It's really getting close to just adding the final touches to the painting. I'm just readjusting some areas that maybe are need a bit lightness, maybe a bit of darkness, final doge appearance, yeah, look at our and just making things a bit brighter, maybe less patchy, because that's been happening quite a bit with this. Acrylic paint is just allergic to the word smooth unless done in a specific way. One day later, the final day. with the final details. Oh my god, it's all coming together! If people are interested in the full unedited process of my work, first of all, that's an honour, and I'm really kind of you, thank you. And you also must have incredible patience, as in real time this would be in snail speed. But, and if interest piques, I may consider starting a Patreon as a form of extra content for those who want to support directly in that way. And let me know your thoughts, I feel like that'd be quite cool. The final signage of the painting artwork is complete, and that brings us to the end of this journey. What a trip, bruh. As hard as it was, this was really fun to do, and I'm pretty happy at how it's turned out. Yeah, some areas could have had some more detail, but it feels almost cartoonish, which the main visual points are hyper-realistic, which I think is really cool. What are your thoughts on this? If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you've definitely already seen this like a month ago, but here's the final video about this. Thank you for watching, especially if you've watched up to now. I appreciate you sticking around, listening to my odd commentary. Like and subscribe to support this channel. Also comment below who you would like to run over. Or perhaps more conveniently, what kind of art vids you would like to see next. La la love out to you. See you bambinos later. Adios. Mwah.